Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. I am Lorraine seeking your reporter for today. So today we are going to discuss about developmental and behavioral screening. So, developmental and behavioral screening looks at how your child is developing. The screenings are made up of checklists and questionnaires for parents. They include questions about your child's language, movement, thinking, behavior, and emotions. So ang developmental and behavior screening is a way to check how a child is growing, learning, and interacting with the world around them. It doesn't just focus on skills but looks at different areas like how the child moves, talks, thinks, plays, and expresses feelings. Parents usually answer questionnaires or checklists about what their child can do or can't do yet. So, the purpose is to get an overall picture of the child's development. Like, for example, if a 2 years old is not yet saying simple phrase or doesn't respond when called, this might be a sign of a delay. Early screening helps catch these signs so parents and professionals can give the right support before the problem becomes hard to manage. Next, we have screening. Screening, it is the initial stage of identification designed to quickly and efficiently identify children who may be at risk for a developmental or behavioral delay. It's not a diagnostic tool but a first step to determine if a more comprehensive evaluation is needed. So, screening is the first and most basic step in identifying if something might be off in a child's development or behavior. It's like a quick checkup rather than a full examination. The goal is not to diagnose but to flag children who might need more testing. So think of this way na, ang screening works like a filter. It helps teachers, doctors, and parents spot early warning signs such as delayed speech poor coordination, or unusual social behavior. If a screening suggests a possible issue, then a more detailed assessment is done by specialists like developmental pediatricians or psychologists. Early detection through screening can make a big difference in helping children succeed later in school and in life. So, what are they used for? Developmental and behavioral screenings are used to track if a child is meeting their developmental milestones. Like, for example, their social or emotional, how a child interacts with others, shares, and shows feeling. And sa language communication, how they understand and use words. And in cognitive, how they think, learn, and solve problems. Sa physical, how they move, balance, and use their hands or body. For example, by 4 months, babies usually smile and cooing, showing early communication. By 9 months, they might say sounds like mama or dada and crawling. So in 2 years, they start combining words and showing awareness of other people's feelings. So when these skills don't appear around the expected time, screenings help identify if the child might need extra help, like speech or physical therapy. So in short, screenings ensure children are on track and that any delays are caught early while their brains are still rapidly developing and easier to guide.
Developmental screening. This screening assesses a child's progress in key developmental domains, including gross motor skills, fine motor skills, language, and cognitive abilities. So it means developmental screening is a way to check if a child is developing typical in areas like movement, talking, thinking, and interacting with others. So there are four key areas checked in developmental screening. The first one is gross motor skills. It is a big movement like walking, running, or even jumping. The second one is fine motor skills. It is a small movements like using hands to pick things up. So the third one is language, talking, understanding words, and also communicating. The fourth one is cognitive ability. So it is how you think, learn, and solve the problem. So why is developmental screening important? First, early detection. Find any delays or issues early. It is like spotting a problem with a child's development. Second is help for kids. Get support or therapy if needed. It is like providing the right support to fix the issue. Third is better outcomes. Helping kids catch up or adjust can lead to better growth. It is the positive results that come from getting help.
Lastly, we have behavioral screening. So these screenings focus on a child's social and emotional development, identifying potential issues with attention, hyperactivity, anxiety, or peer interactions. So, behavioral screening helps parents and teachers understand the child's needs better. Instead of labeling a child as naughty or hard to handle, professionals can find out what kind of support the child truly needs, whether that's counseling, therapy, and classroom adjustment.
Relevance. Early screening is crucial for initiating early intervention services. Research consistently shows that providing support during a child's early formative years can improve long-term outcomes for those with developmental disabilities. Shonkoff and Phillips 2000. So, based on research that providing and for the long-term outcomes are better with early support, so the kids' developmental disabilities can do better in the long run if they get help early. So it is